Good morning. So I am in the woods with my trusty steed, but I said I'd get up early this morning and come up on this frosty day for a nice coffee in the woods. Today I want to talk about the Jetboil Flash 2. It is one brilliant cooking system. It really is. The full thing weighs 371 grams, and now that's without the fuel. So normally you can store your fuel pot in here. It's 100 grams. That's the one I go for anyway. But the beauty of this is you use half the fuel than you would with your traditional burner. So there's a lot of pros and cons the way you look at it. If you wanted to go with your ultralight way, well then you'll be using your traditional burner. This does weigh 371 grams. But the benefits of this, you're using half the fuel. So you're saving weight that way. So you're using, say, 100 gram pot, which is, have it here, this, 100 gram pot. They say you'll be able to boil this 12 times for one canister of 100 gram fuel. Now, this is a 1 litre capacity, so the reason why I chose this versus the smaller one is you just have to boil it once, and you have your food, and you have your cup of tea or coffee or whatever like that. So the way to look at it is, a 100 grams, you can boil this 12 times and 1 litre. So that's 12 litres of hot water. Or if you do, say, half of this, which is 0.5 of a litre, this will boil in, This will boil in 100 seconds. That's incredible. So, adding it all up, if you weren't going down the coffee and tea route, which a lot of people will be anyway, but if you weren't, and if you look at this just as meals, you will get 24 meals out of this, which is the pouring the water into your, say, your fire pot bag or something like that. So 24 meals out of a single one. So that's something to keep in mind. The heat exchange that this gives out compared to other traditional boilers all comes down to this thing that they have. It's called is it Flux Tech technology. I think that's the name of it anyway. Which is here, you can see it. It's the baffles that go around. So what happens is the burner burns in here, and the heat exchange goes around the baffles, or the flux technology. That's so hard to say. Flux technology. This is where you gain all your heat from. So the burner comes in here, heats up the baffles, and then your full system. But the one thing I do love about this is when it's fully boiled, you can pick it up like that straight away. This is a protector, it protects your hands and everything. You have your top, so this essentially can act as your coffee cup if you want to go down that route. You have your, at the top you have your, you can drink from there. This here, it's the heating gel. This turns orange the hotter it gets. So you have the visual of seeing how hot your water is getting, which is incredible. I love this system, and everything packs away nice and neatly. The one thing I don't have in here is this fits in there as well. See? So what I usually do if I'm going hiking, you have a measuring pot at the bottom. I usually store a fire lighter in there. Not that you need one, I'll show you why, but everything is in one. It does rattle though, so if I were you, I would put a sponge in with all that. It will stop it rattling. And the benefits of having the sponge is you can use it to clean it, so it's good. Okay, I'll get this set up and I'll show you some other of the benefits, because I came up this morning to have a nice coffee for myself with my my wooden cup. I'll show you this. How cool is that? Yeah, nice cup of coffee in the woods with a wood cup. Okay, let's unpack. So your gas, One thing I will say about this, and I learned it the hard way, you can store this inside here, that's fine. Never put it in first, because the rim here and the rim there, they actually rust. So if you leave it in there for too long, it'll rust and it'll stain your pot, which unfortunately I learned the hard way. I cleaned it up and it's absolutely fine, but if you're storing it away after a trip and it's still wet, make sure you store this separately. Keep it out of there, okay? And if you're ever camping and it's freezing cold, put this into your sleeping bag or put this in your coat, because this at the moment is quite cold and they don't work well in the cold. They really don't. So heat them up. I haven't got much left in this one, but you can check the volume of this if you fill up a pot of water and put it in, and it will rest where the space that's left, so it'll show you how much is actually in it. It's a little tip for you. Okay, so let's unpack this. This is my Sea to Summit cup. So bloody handy. I'm not using it today, I'm using my wooden cup. So that's that. Here's my burner. It's very well made. It's plastic down here, metal up here. That's for turning on and off. Perfect. You also have your sparker. So you don't need the lighter that I bring with me underneath there. See it? But better safe than sorry. The sparkers never let me down, but I prefer to have a lighter than not. You also get this. Very handy. So this clips on. That's your stand. Take off your pot. Your measuring pot. There's actually, if you can see it, there's lines here. It says one cup on it. So it's cool. So they say to light this first before you actually secure the pot on top of it. The reason for that is they don't want gas building up in here and caught in between the burner system and your actual pot, so you won't have a big explosion. I don't know what way you want to say it. So anyway, let's the clicker, sparker, whatever you want to call it. That clicks into place. How crazy is this? I can actually feel that bubbling already. Now, as you can see, so cool. That's fully done. Happy days. It just clips off. And the absolute beauty of this, I can hold it straight away. Just like that. That's the Jetboil Flash 2. Incredible cooking system. Have a look into it. You'll get it for about €109. That's what I got it for. But look around. You'll get it from somewhere. To go along with my Jetboil, I have the Hms Wind Blocker. Very handy. It's lightweight and safe, but this circles around your Jetboil to block the wind from getting to your flame, which can stop your water from getting hotter faster, and you'll be using a lot more fuel. Very handy. It's only about €11, and it's quite safe, especially if you're burning your Jetboil in your vestibule of your tent. It'll keep everything safe around you. So something to look into. That's the H&S lightweight metal air blocker, we'll call it. It sounds so fancy, doesn't it? But yeah, all it is that. Happy days. Cheers, everyone. I hope you're having as good a day as me. So mind yourself, and happy hunting.